We pop out at your party. I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a robbery. So tuck your chain, I'm a killer girl, I'm sorry. But I can chain you in, aiming for your body. Shots at your brain. I don't know, some guy asked for that to be the intro for this video, and I fuck with it, so. But today we are going to rebuild the Kansas City Chiefs. I got us to the point where we are now at the current NFL. We are going to have the Super Bowl against the 49ers. Wait, what am I doing? 100 subscribers. Thank everybody so much for subscribing to the channel. It means so much to me. I think we're already at like 140 or something like that. And we hit 100 like yesterday. So I appreciate you guys so fucking much. I don't want to cock tease y'all too much, but all I'm going to say is you guys are going to want to be in the first 1,000 people subscribed to the channel. That's all I got to say about that. But again, thank you guys so much. But as I was saying, we're rebuilding the Kansas City Chiefs, but after this season, we will be trading Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, and Travis Kielce, assuming Travis Kielce doesn't retire. This video idea actually comes from Grant McLean. He said 400 subs, rebuild the Chiefs, but trade everybody good, Mahomes, Kielce, etc. for 1 third-round pick each and play until you win a Super Bowl. Cannot promise a Super Bowl, I'll tell you that much. Winning Super Bowls in franchise is way harder than it sounds, and I don't want to give you guys a 2-hour video to sit through, but I'm going to try my absolute best. Somebody else also commented this video idea. I'm sorry if you didn't get the credit for it. If you enjoy the video or you enjoy the channel, leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to do a quick plug because some people have been getting annoyed with how much I've been plugging. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into the rebuild. So Mahomes has one final game as a Kansas City Chiefs, and it is the Super Bowl, as does Travis Kielce. I will say we'll have a good O-line throughout this rebuild. Juwan Taylor's pretty bad in this game, and he gets paid a lot of money. But Rashee Rice is normally pretty good in this game. It sucks that the game can't pick up that he already had all these reps and then he's still hidden, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. And then on defense, I think losing Chris Jones won't be too big of a deal. Okay, so let's keep Nick Bolton around as long as we can. We got some decent young corners. Trent McDuffie's pretty young. L'Jarius Sneed, it's a little bit on the older side, but definitely not bad. The defense will definitely be a little lackluster with the loss of Chris Jones. And, we're going to have to hope we can find some sort of quarterback somewhere. But let's go ahead and send past the Super Bowl, and let's see, who Madden thinks is going to win. And according to Madden, the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl 33-27. I guess I'll go ahead and give my Super Bowl pick while we're here. I will be rooting for the 49ers, but if I had to put my money on it, I would put my money on the Chiefs. The Chiefs can make good defenses look bad. Patrick Mahomes is just a different specimen. His O-line gives him so much time, and it almost seems like even the O-line steps up when the playoffs come. Everybody gives all the credit to Mahomes, but that O-line in the playoffs steps up big time. He has infinite time to throw, infinite time to scramble. So does Travis Kielce. Travis Kielce steps up big in the playoffs. And don't get me wrong, the 49ers have a great team, but I don't think their defense is going to be enough to stop the Kansas City offense. And I don't think that the 49ers offense will be able to keep up with Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to guess that the final score will be, I'm going to go 31-30 Chiefs. I know that's a little weird, only a 1-point deficit, but that's what I think is going to happen. But let me stop yapping. Let's see who won Super Bowl MVP. Probably be Patrick Mahomes. I don't know why MVP came off of the tongue like that, but yeah, MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes, for the Super Bowl. But this is where the rebuild starts to get scary because when we enter the offseason, we are going to be losing all of our studs. And we're not even going to get, good stuff out of them. We're trading them each for a third-round pick because that's what this guy wanted. And if I did trade Mahomes and Kielce and Chris Jones for as much as I could get, it would make this video too easy. So I understand why that is the challenge. But first, let's bring back any players we need to. Oh, shit, I can't even trade Chris Jones. I mean, I guess I could re-sign him and trade him. He does only want a 1-year deal. And also, after I trade them, I am going to clear our cap penalties because I don't want to ruin the whole point of this video because trading Mahomes is going to lose us like $50 million. So we get Chris Jones for a 1-year deal. We will be trading him. I definitely want to bring back L'Jarius Sneed. We're kind of running low on money. L'Jarius Sneed wants to test out free agency. McCole Hardman we can lose. Mike Edwards. I mean, bringing back Mike Edwards might be a decent idea. I think he's playing free safety for us, and this is relatively cheap. And he does want to stay with the team. Can someone explain to me how players are just not interested in playing for teams after they win the Super Bowl? I'll never understand that. Derek Noddy might be a good addition, or not an addition. This is way too much for how good he is, so we're going to let him go, and we may have to tag L'Jarius Sneed, which is going to be really expensive. That's going to take up all our money. We'll try to get him back in free agency instead. But the interesting thing is going to be, where am I going to trade Mahomes to? Where am I going to trade Travis Kielce to? And where am I going to trade Chris Jones to? Let me make sure Travis Kielce didn't retire, though. Okay, no, he didn't. And he's still sitting at a 99 overall. So now it's time to say goodbye to these players. So, Giants, do you want Patrick Mahomes for a third-round pick? What do you mean to put you over the salary cap? It literally wouldn't. Hate when it does this shit, dude. Yo, like, what the fuck? All right, the Titans don't even have a third-round pick, so I'm going to take a second if this goes through because they have the most money. All right, it'll put them over the salary cap. This is fucking pissing me off. I guess let's just get into free agency and we'll do it after. I've seen this happen before. It's pretty fucking annoying, but let's see what free agents we can go for here. Ooh, and I would really like to add Josh Allen. We can't afford that as of right now because I also want to bring back L'Jarius Sneed. Dude, this is a nice free agent class. I wish we had more money because I'd like to add Gabe Davis as well. But let's see if we can free up some money here. Because, I mean, we could even restructure the deals of the players that we're trading away because I am going to clear the cap penalty to make this video somewhat possible. God, why does Jawan Taylor make so much money? And you can't even restructure his deal either. That's unfortunate. Fuck it, we're going to release Kadarius Toney. He's fucking dog shit in real life anyways, and there's no penalty for releasing him, so fuck it. I may even release Justin Reed. Because if we could get another corner in free agency and Josh Allen, this makes sense to me at least. He's 27, so he's going to be 28 by the time, we get rid of Patrick Mahomes, and that's normally about the regression age. I think I've talked myself into it. We're going to release Justin Reed. I don't know how Chiefs fans would feel about that. But after all of that, I think we freed up like close to 10 mil. We have 41 million to spend. I think I cleared up more than 10 mil. I think I cleared up about 20. But we should be able to go for Josh Allen, and he's not even interested, dude. We just won the fucking Super Bowl. But we could also go for Jalen Johnson instead of L'Jarius Sneed, but I don't think we'll be able to get both. I don't even think we're going to be able to get Josh Allen at all. So releasing Justin Reed was not that good of an idea. I almost called him Justin Weed. So in free agency, we're going to go for Jalen Johnson and Gabe Davis. I don't think we'll get Gabe Davis. It looks like the Lions really want him. But if we can get Jalen Johnson, I'll be happy with that. So let's go ahead and send these offers through. If we get Jalen Johnson, we do not get Gabe Davis. It looks like Josh Allen ends up with the Commanders. Gabe Davis did go to the Lions. Michael Pierce wouldn't be somebody bad to go for. That's going to be really expensive, though. I mean, Kyle Duggar could be the Justin Reed replacement, but we could also most likely just sign Justin Reed once he hits the market. Damn, I didn't even see Geno Stone, bro. This would have been... I'm such an idiot. But we'll go for Jeremy Chin. He'd be a good safety replacement, and he's a lot younger, and we do get him. So we added 2 pretty nice pieces to the secondary there. So let's get to the draft, and let's see if we can fucking trade these players, because it'd be nice to have the picks that I'm going to use now. If we're not able to trade Mahomes, I will at least try to trade Chris Jones and Travis Kielce. It's probably going to have to wait till next year to trade Mahomes because the game can't process that teams aren't over the salary cap. Yeah, we still can't trade Mahomes. So let's trade Kielce and Chris Jones first. So we're shipping Travis Kielce to the Patriots for their third-round pick, and we are trading Chris Jones to the Cardinals for their third-round pick. So we'll trade Mahomes after the draft once the season gets started, but we have 2 extra third-round picks, I guess, this year. We're probably going to have to try to draft a quarterback because, we're going to be losing Mahomes. But we have the last pick in the first round. Let me actually take a look at the draft board here because maybe there's a quarterback worth trading up for. Oh, shit. Eric Sherman, 22 out of Florida. He's elite throw power. All A accuracies except for deep is B. A under pressure, B throw on the run, B awareness, B play action. The only thing is we'll probably have to trade up to 1 to get this guy. But maybe we can make it happen. Because if we can get this guy, that'll make my job a lot easier. But we have such a late draft pick. It's going to be so hard to get all the way up to 1. Wow. Dude, I don't know if it's going to happen. Dude, we may not be able to trade up to 1. Oh my god, I want him so bad. I don't know what to do. Let's see if the Bears even take him. Oh, the Bears don't take him. The Cardinals may not take him either. They have Kyler Murray. Ooh, okay. The Patriots are probably most likely to take him. So maybe we can trade up with the Patriots. Oh shit, I put a lot of draft picks because the Bears weren't accepting anything. I think I gave up a little bit too much. Yeah, that's definitely going to come back to bite me in the ass. But, shit happens, I guess. And we're going to get the guy we want. If the screen would load. All right, Eric Sherman, welcome to the Kansas City Chiefs. Hidden Dev, 94 throw power. I feel like that's not elite. Obviously, that's high, but I feel like it should be a little bit higher. This guy's kind of like Anthony Richardson. He's out of Florida, except he only has 74 speed, but he has 85 excel. We obviously don't have our second-round pick because we just traded it away, but we should have 3 picks here in the third round, I believe. God, dude, I can't believe I just gave up that much. I'm such a fucking idiot. With our next pick here, we could go with Chris Van Dyke. That's... not even going to say anything. He's elite strength. He also ran a 4.74. He has really, really good blocking stats. He also has B medium route, B short route, A to C catch in traffic, B deep route. I'm really scared this guy's going to be normal. He's also 23 years old, but we need a replacement for Travis Kielce, so let's go ahead and try to find him here. Fuck, he does have normal dev. I kind of assume so. Early round tight ends always have normal dev, but we need a replacement for Travis Kielce, so we're going to try to find it. And we pick back-to-back here, so maybe we try to find a Chris Jones replacement now. And honestly, Juan Barrett doesn't look terrible. He is 23 years old, but he's 303 pounds, and he ran a 4.93 at that weight. A play rec. He has A finesse moves at 303 pounds. His power moves are really low. I guess he is like faster than he is strong. I don't know if he looks good enough to take here. Can't lie though, this whole class just kind of looks butt cheeks. This middle linebacker actually looks pretty good, but we literally don't need him, so I don't feel like wasting a pick here. He's 23. He has elite jumping and great speed, elite agility, B man and B zone, A to C tackle, A to C power moves, finesse moves, catching. Am I talking myself into taking him? I mean, he could still play for us at like outside linebacker because we're in a 4-3. I think I've talked myself into it. Please don't have normal dev. All right, he has hidden dev with 88 speed and 91 excel. Dude, I just keep thinking about how I probably like fucked up this whole rebuild by trading that much for that pick. But dude, after what the Bears were doing to me, I didn't think I was gonna. Oh, I don't even know. I'm fucking such an idiot. And the D tackle we were looking at actually did get taken, but he didn't look that good anyway. Larry Garrett doesn't look bad. He'd probably play D tackle for us. He ran a 4.47. Or I'm sorry, a 4.77. A 4.47 would be crazy. B play rec, A to C power. He has F block shed. What about Joe Brooks? No, this guy's just a base DN pretty much. But he actually looks all right. B finesse moves. I don't know. I'll probably just take O-line or something. I think that's what we're going to do because Caleb Knowles looks really good. He's 21 out of Clemson. He had 34 bench reps with elite change of direction. We obviously have Creed Humphrey, but this guy can play guard. Although he has really bad run blocking. This guy can almost play tackle, to be honest. But let's go ahead and take him here. Hidden dev, only 86 strength, but he has 77 excel. I feel like that guy's almost a tackle instead of a center. But our next pick is in the 4th round, so I'll let the CPU take it from here. I'm really scared that I fucked everything up. I cannot lie. We're not going to have a first-round pick for the next 2 years. Fuck, dude. Our first pick in next year's draft is going to be in the 3rd round. But I'd say we did all right in the draft. The quarterback we took is only a 73, so we gave up all that for a 73 overall quarterback. The tight end is a 75, though, and with the Chiefs playbook, he could potentially win Offensive Rookie of the Year. The linebacker's only a 70, but the center is a 71. I'm curious to see if this guy's better at tackle than he is interior, because I fucking hate Juwan Taylor. And I moved him to right tackle, and I think he's the same overall. He may have been a 72, but hey, a 71 overall tackle, not bad. We're going to play him at tackle. He did not look like a very good center. Looks like the best overall player in the class was an 80 overall corner who went 2nd overall. Looks like we missed out on a pretty good tight end here, but we didn't pick high enough to, or we did pick high enough, but we weren't going to take him with the 3rd overall pick. There's also a 77 overall receiver. But we got to get into the season and see if we can fucking trade Mahomes because, you know, that's the whole point of this video. All right, and we traded Patrick Mahomes to the Bears. Hey, they missed out on drafting him in. Was Mahomes drafted in 16 or 17? I don't know. Whenever they drafted Trubisky, they missed out on him. So they get their chance to have him now. But we better hope that this team can perform after what I did to our draft picks. But here is what the lineup is looking like going into the season. I really don't want Juwan Taylor at left tackle, but we're going to have to rock with it. In a perfect world, in a couple years, we'll cut him and get out of that contract. I don't know why he makes so much money. I don't really like the receiving core. I wish we would have gotten Gabe Davis, but we're going to have Rashee Rice hopefully carry us. We need Sherman to have a good year, as do we need Van Dyke to. The D-line is scary, to say the least, but Ellison's going to get a starting spot at linebacker pretty much. I'll probably move Malik Edwards over to free safety. Mike Edwards. Who's Malik Edwards? Did I just make that name up in my head? Who fucking cares? Malik Neighbors? Is that a guy? Dude, we got Mike Edwards at free safety now. The cornerback group looks great now with the addition of Jalen Johnson. I really don't like the D-line. We'll probably move Enudike Uzama over to the right side just so he can start getting reps because I think Karlaftis is actually all right in this game. But let's officially get the rebuild started. We don't have Mahomes, Travis Kielce, or Chris Jones. We're an 81 overall, which is really scary. You know, because again, we don't have any draft picks in the future, but I think I've commented on that enough. Let's go ahead and get to the midseason and let's see how everybody's doing. Oh no. We are 0-7 at the midseason, the 28th offensive points per game in the last defense. We do have a breakout quarterback, so I guess that's one positive, but oh fucking no. We don't even have our first round pick next year. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Sherman's not playing very good. 1,700 yards, 8 touchdowns to 9 picks. Isaiah Pacheco is doing pretty good. He's averaging 4 per carry, has 7 touchdowns. Hey, at least Chris Van Dyke's doing good. I want him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And both of our tackles are not doing very good. Knowles is a center playing tackle as a rookie, so it's expected out of him. Hey, Juan Ellison is leading the team in tackles, and he has TFLs and a pick, so potential Defensive Rookie of the Year, hopefully. And Karlaftis has a decent amount of sacks, but we're not getting to the quarterback as much as I would like to. But we have 11 players ready to negotiate. We should have money because I cleared our cap penalties. $51 million to spend. We have to bring back Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey and Nick Bolton. Looks like that's about it, but this is going to get expensive. Holy shit. Nick Bolton, dude, they're all young and they're all good. Like, I want them all. But Nick Bolton seemed pretty interested, so we'll try to get him on a 5-year, $70 million deal. He can't fully commit right now. Go fuck yourself, bud. Creed Humphrey's also pretty interested. We'll give him 4 years, $54 million. He also can't fully commit, whatever. And Trey Smith's not even interested, so we'll probably just send him to the next week and try to re-sign those guys, because I do want to see if we're going to get that breakout too. It's not a strength of the draft class or anything, but we're going to focus scout receiver because our receiving core right now is not very good. Oh, our quarterback has superstar. I didn't even know because the breakout is to hit X Factor, so probably not going to get it. We're 0-7 and we're pretty bad. But we're going to send him to the next week, see if he hits his breakout, and we're also going to see if we can re-sign all those guys we weren't able to. Hey, we actually do get our first win of the season. We do not hit the breakout, but I didn't expect to, and honestly, knowing he has superstar makes me feel a lot better. But now we got to try to bring back these players. Nick Bolton said he was on the fence, so we probably just got to up this a little bit. We'll give him 5 years, $72.5 million, and he does finally re-sign. Creed Humphrey was also pretty interested, so we'll up his money just a little bit. We'll give him 4 years, $57 million, and he also re-signs. And then Trey Smith is not very interested, so we'll go player friendly for him. We'll give him 5 years, $90 million, and he also re-signs. So we brought back everybody we needed to. That's huge. Hopefully by the time free agency comes, some money will free up. But let's get to the end of the season, and let's see how this team finishes off. Dude, normally I'm happy with the team doing this bad. Or not happy, but I'm okay with it because we'll have the number 1 overall pick. But, dude, what did I do? And, look at all these round 3 receivers. This is bad. And we finished the year out 6-11. Honestly, not bad for starting out 0-7 on the year. And Eric Sherman actually finished out the year pretty strong. These could be Offensive Rookie of the Year numbers. 4,100 touchdowns, 28 touchdowns, 17 picks. Did I say 4,100 touchdowns? I don't know. 64% completion percentage. Isaiah Pacheco was really good. He might get a dev up for this. 4.7 per carry with 15 touchdowns. And Van Dyke was our leading receiver, so if our quarterback doesn't win Rookie of the Year, hopefully... Dude, this name is so funny. Rashee Rice is almost at 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and Sky Moore also almost got 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. And Caleb Knowles is terrible at tackle. We'll probably have to change that up. Juwan Taylor finished out the year pretty good, and I'd say the rest of the O-line was also pretty good. We'll probably just start Wanya Morris back at tackle after this year. Nick Bolton got 131 tackles, and Juan Ellison actually got 126 with 8 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, and a pick. So hopefully he got Defensive Rookie of the Year. We got 20 TFLs out of Karlaftis, 11 out of Cliff Dent, 10 out of Charles Omenihu, and we only got 8 sacks out of Karlaftis, 2.5 out of Juan Ellison, 2 out of Omenihu. Wow, this defense was really bad this year. MVP goes to Dak Prescott. I saw his stats for a second. He had a 77% completion percentage and threw 4,500 yards. This game's so dumb. Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC goes to Lamar. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. And we don't get Offensive Rookie of the Year. It goes to Rian Rucker for the Dolphins. We came in second with Van Dyke. I think he had a good enough year that he should hopefully get a depth trait upgrade anyway. But Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Juan Ellison, so that's going to be big for this team. Hopefully he will also get a depth trait upgrade. So let's get to the offseason. And it says we have $114 million. So this rebuild's going to have to pretty much be all through free agency because of how bad we screwed ourselves over here with draft picks. But it looks like the Cowboys win the Super Bowl because, this is Madden. They beat the Dolphins 24-17. But Sherman does have superstar, like we realized earlier. Pacheco did not go up like I expected him to, but Van Dyke does go up to star, so that's big. And on defense, Ellison does not get a depth trait upgrade. I feel like there's a chance he got one and then they took it away. Yep, look at that. Minus star dev. Cool. So he was superstar and the game was nah. I guess we're 6-11, but he's a rookie, man. You know what I mean? But it's whatever, I guess. Looks like everybody else's depth trait is the same. Edwards was, I think, might have been star, but We got really low morale. We got to get this shit together. The money in this game doesn't make much sense to me because we had 114 mil, and now it says we have like 41, I think is what it said. Yeah, we have 41. That's really weird to me, but let's make sure we didn't miss out on any players to re-sign. We have a 5th year for Trent McDuffie, but that's really expensive. Same for, actually, this 5th year actually isn't too expensive. I will accept this. And I guess we'll bring back Harrison Butker because why not? But we're going to have $36 million to work with in free agency. If it comes down to it, we could probably even restructure some of those contracts we signed with those O-linemen at the midseason. But let's see what we're working with here in free agency. I'm hoping there's some D linemen or like receivers. Ooh, Jalen Waddle. But Javon Holland would also be good. Doesn't look like there's really any enticing D linemen though. So money-wise, this rebuild's going to start to get a little scary, especially with these offers. We may not even get Jalen Waddle, which would make it less scary with money, but, you know, I really want him, so I'd like him to sign with us. He's pretty interested, and we're tied for the top offer. We do have the top offer for Javon Holland, so let's send these through. They do both sign. We didn't get either of them? Okay, I kind of get Jalen Waddle, but how do we not get Javon Holland? We're just going to try to pick up Rashad Bateman here. That was fucking bullshit. Like, that was actually stupid. Interested in the team, we give him the biggest offer, and it goes somewhere else. That's just sick, man. That's sick. Let's go ahead and hop into the draft here. I'm not going to do too much like scouting in the mock draft or anything. Oh, we have a 2nd round pick this year? I didn't know that. I think I accidentally traded our 1st and 3rd for this year. We should have a pick in the 4th round next. Or no, because we traded Patrick Mahomes for a 3rd rounder. So at least we have a pick in the 2nd round here. I guess that makes this a little bit better. Didn't mean to do that. The question is, what do we go with here? Thinking we might go with Blake McAllister. He's pretty much like a D-end. He's 6'6", 297, but he's only 21 years old. He has poor speed, but he has great strength. He had 32 bench reps at the combine. B power moves, B block shedding, A to C play rec, B awareness. He also has B to D finesse moves, which is probably just going to be a D, but I have a good feeling about this guy being hidden dev, and we'll move him to D tackle, and he'll start on our D line. Let's go ahead and take him. He does have hidden dev with 88 strength, 83 excel. 83 excel at 297 pounds is not bad at all. But I swear every time I draft like a hidden dev D tackle, no matter how good they do, they can win Defensive Rookie of the Year. They go down to star dev by the end of the year. Bruh, I just skipped our pick. Oh my god, I looked away to burp, not in my mic. And not only that, they took a fucking another D in after we just took one. Like, is this game fucking stupid? Oh my god! So if we don't hit on like some hidden gem here in the 4th round, this draft was pretty much a failure. I don't hate this corner. Jermaine Rhodes, 23 out of North Carolina. He did run a 4.46, which I feel like should be more than decent speed. He has elite excel, though. B to D man, B press, only C zone. But he has B block shedding, B catching. He has really low play rec. It doesn't look like there's much more value than him, though. I'm like 99% sure that guy's going to have normal. I mean, we could go with Byron Bankston and move him down to DN. He's also 23. His ratings look okay. He has B finesse moves and B block shed, B tackle. I kind of like this guy more than the corner. I feel like we can use him more. This guy's a better chance to be hidden dev, but I don't think he's going to be, and we'll start him at D end anyway. Fuck it, we ball. Normal dev. 87 excel, though, is not bad. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone with the corner, but I think it genuinely wouldn't matter. They're probably both 67 overalls. Let's get to the draft recap. We'll let the CPU take it from here. Hey, and I called this guy's exact overall. He's a 67. Of course, the fucking CPU took a 68 overall in the 3rd round, and the guy we took is only a 70. I feel like he might move up, though, when we move him to D tackle. Yeah, he actually goes up to a 72 overall at D tackle, and Bankston goes up in overall at D end. But this draft was fucking awful, dude. But it looks like this draft class actually wasn't too crazy. The 2 best players were taken in the 2nd and the 3rd round. The highest overall player taken in the 1st round was at pick 32. Or I guess he's tied with all these players as well. So what overall was the 1st overall pick? Only a 75. So you know what? The draft class wasn't crazy, so maybe that's why we didn't have the best draft. But I mean, I at least wish I could have taken my pick in the 3rd round. I think I would have picked somebody better than a 68 overall D end. I didn't even check his dev trade, though, so I guess maybe there's a chance he has hidden. But here's the lineup after the draft. We had Rashad Bateman in free agency. McAllister is going to start for the D-line on defense. We got to move Ellison to outside linebacker. I thought I already did that. And I think I have a lot more hope going into this season than I did last season. I actually don't hate how this defense looks. The D-line looks a lot better. We do have a hole at our 2nd D tackle, but we have really good linebackers. We could use another safety. Jeremy Chin also has negative morale, but so does pretty much every player on this team. And we need Sherman to, you know what, Sherman actually finished the 2nd half of the year last year pretty good. So if he can stay on that kind of pace, and not do what he did in the first half of the season. That'd be great. Should we start Morris at tackle over Knowles? We'll see how Knowles is doing at the midseason first. I think it's only fair we at least give him one more shot. And I swear, like, this game just fucking makes up numbers. Like they'll just one player will randomly allow 20 sacks one year, and then the next season they allow 1. So we'll give him one more shot. We'll check at the midseason, and if he's doing bad, we will bench him. But going into this season, we're an 83 overall. We're going to try to scout some safeties and some receivers. I think we could use those positions. But yeah, hopefully we're not 0-7 at the midseason this year. That'd be pretty nice. So let's get to the midseason. I hope that Sherman can start the year off good, because I think if he can, we could honestly almost make the playoffs this year. Maybe that's a crazy prediction, but let's get to the midseason and let's see how we do. And we are 4-3 at the midseason. We have the 13th offensive points per game, which isn't bad. We do have the 23rd defense, but our defense is a lower overall, so I guess that does make sense. Eric Sherman's actually playing really good, only 10-4 touchdown interception ratio. Isaiah Pacheco's fucking crazy in this game. He's averaging 5.3 per carry and has 10 touchdowns already. Van Dyke is doing great again. This was actually a good pick by us, even though he was normal dev. I think he's going to develop for us. And what did I say? Knowles only has 3 sacks at tackle at the midseason this year. He actually has allowed less than Juwan Taylor, so we're going to let him finish out the year at tackle. Leo Chenal is actually leading our team in tackles right now. I think I forgot to put in our other linebacker at sub linebacker. But at least Karlaftis has 4 sacks. I mean, I'd like him to have more, but, can't complain. It definitely could be a lot worse. Let me go make sure I put in our other guy at sub linebacker. Dude, literally, like, all of our fucking, like, formation depth chart shit was fucked up. So, hey, we were 4-3, so maybe I shouldn't have touched it, but I did it anyways because I want our better players to get stats. Let's get to the end of the year, and let's see how this team finishes off. Maybe we can end up in the playoffs like I predicted. It's actually not time to get to the end of the season yet because we have to re-sign Trent McDuffie, Isaiah Pacheco. We'll probably bring back Leo Chenal, and we need to bring back Joe Thuney as well. But Trent McDuffie's decently interested. I'd like to get him back for 6 years. That'd be great. We'll give him 6 years, 96 mil. Just make sure that he takes this, and he does. And Isaiah Pacheco's been playing crazy out of his mind, so we'll give him a 5-year deal worth 54 mil. All right, he needs more time to think it over. We'll try to re-sign him next week. We'll leave Leo Chenal till the end of the year, but I definitely like Joe Thuney back for at least 1 more year. We'll give him 1 year, 22 mil, and he re-signs. So I already set our national scouting position, so let's go ahead and sim to week 9 so we can re-sign Trent McDuffie. Oh, and we get to take on the 1-7 Browns this week. Oh no, we already got McDuffie. We need to bring back Pacheco. So let's up this money just a little bit. Let's give him 5 years, 56 mil. All right, and he takes it. Perfect. God, I'm fucking up this box combo from Canes right now. Let's get to the end of the season. We're 4-3. We started off pretty good, so I have high hopes for this team this season. Let's get to the end of the season and see if we can make the playoffs. And at the end of the year, we are 10-7, and we do make the playoffs. We had the 6th offense in points per game. We had a really good passing offense. The defense was really bad. We had the 29th offense in defensive points per game. But look at this. Lamar had 3,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, and no picks. So that's pretty scary. I think we know who's going to win MVP. But Eric Sherman had a pretty good year. 4,200 yards, 31 touchdowns, 13 picks, and a 68% completion percentage, which isn't that good in Madden, but in real life, this is really good. Isaiah Pacheco, oh my God. 1,500 yards, 5.3 per carry with 25 touchdowns. Dude, he might have an MVP vote. Chris Van Dyke continues to be great for us. 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. That might be good enough for another dev trade upgrade. Rashee Rice finishes with 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Sky Moore with a pretty good year. And this fucking guy, Juwan Taylor. The rest of the line played great, and Knowles actually played really good at tackle this year. He only allowed 3 sacks. I guess having him on the right side, or I think he played on the right side last year too. I don't know. Nick Bolton finishes with 113 tackles. Duffy and Ellison also both got 100 tackles. 18 TFLs out of Karlaftis, 14 out of McAllister. Pretty decent as a rookie, but only 3 sacks is not that good. Isaiah Buggs got 12 TFLs. 7.5 sacks out of Karlaftis. We need to try to get an edge rusher here pretty soon. 3 out of McAllister, 3 out of Isaiah Buggs. Hey, Harrison Butker made every field goal. But like I said, MVP goes to Lamar Jackson. I honestly thought that Isaiah Pacheco was going to get an MVP vote, but he'll probably win Offensive Player of the Year. AFC Offensive Player of the Year does go to Isaiah Pacheco, so we'll finally get that dev trait upgrade that he deserves. Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt. We, of course, oh my God, Trent McDuffie. I guess he had dude, I forgot to check our interceptions again. I swear I do this every fucking time, but I know Trent McDuffie had like 11 oh my God, he had 7 interceptions. Wow. Yeah, shout out my boy Trent McDuffie. That was a crazy year from him. He'll probably go up in dev trait. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Clay Livingston for the Patriots. I don't think we had any rookies starting on offense. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ben Johnston for the Bengals. Looks like we came in 7th place with Blake McAllister. But we have a playoff game to get in here too. We are the same overall as the Ravens, but they have the 9th offensive points per game and the 5th defense. Lamar didn't throw a single pick all year, so it would make a lot of sense to me if we lost this game. But let's go ahead and sim to the divisional. Who knows? Maybe we can possibly get a win. Probably not. And as we all expected, we do lose to the Ravens. We are showing promise, though, which I'm fine with. I think if we can add a good edge rusher to this defense, that will be really good. Because these past rebuilds, I've been starting to pick up on the fact that if you don't have like a X-Factor edge rusher, you're kind of screwed. Like, you need somebody on your team to get 10-plus sacks. Because these like 80 overalls just don't get the job done. But the Cowboys win the Super Bowl over the Bengals. Of course they do, they're the Cowboys. But let's see if Isaiah Pacheco got his dev upgrade. Holy shit. Sherman goes up to X Factor. Isaiah Pacheco goes up to Superstar. And Van Dyke also goes up to Superstar, which I think I predicted. And then on defense, Trent McDuffie does get a dev upgrade. And it looks like that's the only one. McAllister only has Star. But I like how this defense looks. I think we need to try to get rid of Anyudike Uzama and somehow get an edge rusher. The only problem is I don't know how we're supposed to trade for one with no draft picks. So we're going to have to pray that one hits free agency here pretty soon. I wish we could have gotten Josh Allen that one year, but it just wasn't really possible. But let's check if we have any 5th years here or anything that we need to pick up. Oh, I forgot we need to re-sign Leo Chenal. I'm not going to pick up this 5th year because I don't know how much longer we're even going to keep Anyudike Uzama on the team. I would like to bring back Brian Cook, honestly. But let's start off with Leo Chenal. He's not very interested, so I'll go player friendly. I'll even give him an extra year, 4 years, 26 mil. And he does re-sign. And then Brian Cook, this is like insanely cheap. If I could get him for 3 years on this, that'd be crazy. All right, and we do manage to make it happen. Sky Moore's actually been playing really good, so I'll bring him back too. 3 years, 14 mil. He also resigns. But I would like to say that that's everybody I want to bring back. Dude, I swear, like, I need like 4 Cane's breads to be satisfied. Like, they're so good. Like, oh my God. But I am praying there's some sort of good edge rusher here in free agency, and it's not looking like that's the case. I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence is pretty good in this game, but he's already 34. Do I really want to pay $20 million a year for a player that's going to have like 1 year and maybe not even be that good? Ooh, Khalil Mack only wants $8 million a year. We'd obviously move him down to DN, but Khalil Mack is broken in this game no matter what overall he's at. So I will give him an offer, and we could start him over Anyudike Uzama for the year, and we are his only offer, so he's probably going to accept it, which he does. I think that's going to be everybody we go for. And I also want to say this is our last year without a first-round pick in the draft. But in the draft, I'm thinking we could probably use another receiver. I would kind of like to draft a guard to come in when Joe Thuney retires. And honestly, I would be okay if we didn't draft anything on defense, especially because of how little picks we have. If we do, I'd probably like to have another D tackle or another corner. Corner would probably be the better position to take there. But I would like to take a receiver if I'm being honest. Our first pick this year is round 3, pick number 20. So, maybe there'll be some, hidden gem somewhere in the 3rd round here. And it looks like the only half decent receiver left on the board is Chris McAllister. We'd have 2 people with the last name McAllister. He did run a 4.42, which I feel like is higher than only solid speed, but he is B, spec catch, C release, B catch, and traffic. The rest of his ratings actually look good. His awareness is kind of low, which kind of makes me think he's going to be normal dev. He also has F medium route. The only reason I'm kind of iffy on taking this guy is because there's still some real nice O-linemen left on the board. And yeah, they may not start for us this year, but they will have a role on this team eventually. But also, there's a few day 3 guys that also don't look bad. I think I'm just going to take the receiver, to be honest. Because realistically, all he has to be is higher than a 70 overall, and he'll have somewhat of a starting spot on the team. He's 6'5", 229. Does have normal dev, but 90 speed, 90 excel isn't bad. I feel like he is going to be a 70 overall. He might even be a little bit lower, but we're in the 3rd round, for God's sake. But I'm hoping one of those decent-looking O-linemen will still be available here in the 4th round. John Robertson doesn't look that good. Honestly, Nick Tatum looks pretty good. He's 22 out of Georgia. He's decently strong. This guy's actually really good. Holy fuck, I'm going to take him. Hidden dev, only 85 strength, but I'm all right with it. I like that pick a lot, actually. That guy looked really good. That guy might be a 74 overall or something, and we got him in the 4th round. So let's let the CPU take over from here, and we'll look at the draft recap. Did I call this guy's exact overall? I already forgot what I guessed. But I pretty much called this guy's exact overall because I said I think he might be a 70 or maybe a little lower, and he's a 69. So I'll probably put him in as our third receiver anyway, just so we can get some reps. Looks like the best player in the class was an 82 overall safety. There's an 81 tight end, an 81 corner, an 81 safety. There's also an 80 left tackle. I forgot we have Sky Moore. I'm not going to start McAllister. I don't know how I forgot we have Sky Moore. Looks like the CPU took a 74 overall hit in dev running back, so that's nice. But we have a good guard that, can probably take Joe Thuney's spot once he retires. Also got to move Khalil Mack down to D end. All right, that looks better. And it looks like NUDK Uzama is actually a 71 at D tackle. Isn't Karlaftis a good D tackle too? I mean, we could almost... Because I almost feel like Karlaftis is like a 3-4 DN. I wonder what overall he is at D tackle, because we could start him at D tackle and then put NUDK Uzama on the edge. I think he's an 84 D tackle. Oh, he's an 85, or he has morale, so he's an 84. But hey, that makes the interior look a lot better. Now we have Khalil Mack coming off the edge. I think this is going to work just fine. But going into this season, we're an 84 overall. We made the playoffs last year. I don't see any reason we shouldn't have another good year here. So let's get to the midseason and let's see how this team performs. And at the midseason, we are again 4-3 with the 8th offense in points per game. Offense is playing really good. We also have the 5th defense in points per game. Looks like we're allowing to get a lot of yards though. We actually have a weekly award from week 7. Dude, Isaiah Pacheco's so fucking nasty in this game. But Sherman is doing all right at the midseason. 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, 6 picks. I'd like him to clean up this touchdown-interception ratio by the end of the year, probably. Pacheco's averaging 5.5 per carry and already has 10 touchdowns. Holy shit. And Chris Van Dyke continues to be great for us. He has almost 500 yards at the midseason. Rashee Rice is doing good. And you know what? The O-line is actually holding up pretty good as of right now. I'm sure Juwan Taylor will have like 15 sacks allowed at the end of the year. George Karlaftis is doing better now that we moved him to D-tackle. Khalil Mack is not doing as much as I would want him to. But hey, Juan Ellison has 2 picks. But we have $74 million here. Let's see. Oh, shit. Let's see what players we ever did resign. We have 18 players ready to negotiate. Now it says we have $125 million. Definitely want to bring back Rashee Rice. We'll give him 4 years, $62 million, and he resigns. We'll bring back George Karlaftis as well. He's not interested in the team, so we'll give him 4 years, $106 million, and he also resigns. We'll hold off till the end of the year for NUDK Uzama. I'd like to bring back Jeremy Chin. This is kind of cheap. He isn't really interested. I'll probably up this just a little bit more. We'll give him 3 years, $23.7 million. He resigns. Juwan Taylor, I'll also wait till the end of the year. And then we'll wait till the end of the year on Joe Thuney too, because I don't want to give him an offer and then him retire. We'll wait till the end of the year to see if he does. But again, we're doing pretty good at the midseason, so I can't really complain about anything other than our quarterback play could be a little bit better. But I'm honestly pretty happy with how it's looking so far. And we're actually going to have a first-round pick in the upcoming draft, so that's exciting. Let's get to the end of the season, and let's see if we can make the playoffs. Holy fuck, look at this corner. Cam Henson, 21 out of TCU. It doesn't show like his ratings or anything yet, but A-man, A-press, A-zone, A-tackle. Oh my fucking god. That guy's like probably an 85 overall or something. And we finished the year 11-6, and we won the division, but we lost 59-14 in Week 18 to the 49ers. But we had the 5th offensive points per game. Defense was kind of mid, but honestly not too bad. And Sherman did kind of clean up the second half of the year. He finishes with 4,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, 15 picks. Him only having 26 touchdowns makes me think Isaiah Pacheco got at least like probably close to 20. And I called it. Almost 1,500 yards for Isaiah Pacheco. He averages 5.3 per carry and gets 23 touchdowns. He's probably going to go up to X Factor after this year. Rashee Rice leads the team in receiving yards, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Van Dyke with 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Looks like the rest of the receivers didn't do too much. Rashad Bateman did all right. And you know what? The O-line also played pretty good. Juwan Taylor did good. So did Knowles. The interior did okay. I mean, 6 sacks allowed at center isn't very great. And Trey Smith didn't allow a single sack on the year. Nick Bolton leads the team in tackles with 117. 16 TFLs out of Khalil Mack, 12 out of Karlaftis, 11 out of McAllister. We got 14.5 sacks out of Karlaftis. So moving him to D-tackle was definitely the play. 8 out of Khalil Mack, 2.5 out of Ellison. Jeremy Chin got 3 interceptions, 2 out of Ellison, 2 out of Nick Bolton, 2 out of Johnson, 1 out of Trey McDuffie, 1 out of Brian Cook, and 1 out of Franklin Jenkins. MVP goes to Lamar Jackson. AFC Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Lamar Jackson. We actually came in second with Isaiah Pacheco. It's a little stupid, but Lamar probably did some crazy shit. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby, and we finally have somebody in the running at 7th place. We have George Karlaftis. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Lyle Flowers. Did we have any starting rookies on offense? I don't believe so. Jason Raymond, I believe this was our backup running back. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rashad Franklin for the Dolphins. And we don't have anybody in the running here. I don't know if we had any rookies on defense last year. But we have another playoff game to get into. We're going against the 9-8 Jaguars, who were 2 overalls higher than. Our offense performed better than them this year. Oh my god. Our offense performed better than them this year, but their defense was a little bit better. Realistically, we should win this game. So let's sim to the divisional, and let's see if Madden is a dog shit game. Oh yeah, Madden is a dog shit game. That's cool. Nick Bolton got 15 tackles for whatever the fuck that's worth. If you're ever in the playoffs and you are a higher overall than the team you're playing, just know you are going to lose the game. Like, it's literally that simple. Let's see if Joe Thuney retired. He actually didn't. He's going to go for another year. But the Eagles win the Super Bowl over the Broncos 24-23. And on offense, Isaiah Pacheco does go to X Factor, as does Van Dyke. We're going to have some scary contracts coming up. Sherman and Van Dyke are going to cost a lot of money. And then on defense, everybody's depth chart looks the same except Khalil Mack goes down. And Trent McDuffie also goes down. I think that's kind of stupid. But it's whatever. We just lost to a 9-8 team that we were a higher overall than in the playoffs. So, I mean, what else is to be expected? We do have some players we need to bring back. I probably will re-sign Anyudike Uzomah just because Khalil Mack is starting to regress. I think we'll also have to re-sign Khalil Mack if we even want to bring him back. But I do want to bring back Joe Thuney as well. We have $105 million to bring these players back. $43 million fifth-year option. I mean, his contract is going to be more expensive than this per year, I feel like. I just can't bring myself to accept a $43 million fifth-year option. I just can't. We'll try to bring back Anyudike Uzomah. He's not that interested, and he actually... I don't think we're going to bring him back. That's actually a lot of money for somebody who hasn't even been playing. But Juwan Taylor, this is actually pretty cheap for a tackle, and he had a good year for us. We'll give him 2 years, $18 million, and he re-signs. And then I, of course, want to bring back Joe Thuney. We'll give him 1 year, $17 million. He also re-signs. I'm really considering picking up that 5th year for the quarterback because, I mean, it's an extra year that we have to worry about his contract. I'll bring back Khalil Mack since we're not bringing back Anyudike Uzomah. He resigns. Oh, do I accept this? All right, heads, I accept it. Tails, I don't. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay. Tails.
All right, we're not picking up the 5th year. We're going to have a big-ass contract to give him, I believe, next year. I believe that's how that works. And maybe 1 more year, but I think... Actually, yeah, I think it might be next year. I'm not sure, but let's see what we can do in free agency here. We have a decent amount of money. Holy shit, I don't think I've ever seen A.J. Brown hit free agency. That would be a really nice addition. He wants $30 million a year, though. We could honestly use Joey Porter Jr. as well. So I kind of would like to not spend all this money here, but I don't even know if A.J. Brown's going to accept our deal. But we are going to go for him. We're tied with the Panthers as of now, and he's not interested in us. But I think we'll get Joey Porter Jr. Let's go ahead and send these offers through. I would not mind if we didn't get A.J. Brown, but I would obviously love to have him on the team. How does this keep happening? We got neither of them, dude. That, like, actually kind of triggered me. We're going to go ahead and go for Cam Smith. I mean, he's star dev. He's pretty young. He'll probably have a starting role for us, so we'll go ahead and sign him. God damn it, dude. That was so frustrating. But I'm real curious as to what overall this corner is going to be. The one that was, the one I was looking at like, the midseason or whatever it was. I'm not going to be able to draft him. He's probably going to go first overall, but we will check what overall he is. If I forget, you guys can all unsubscribe and roast me in the comments, I guess. I don't know. But thank God we finally have a fucking first-round pick. Yeah, he's projected to go 2nd overall, but this guy's fucking crazy. He actually has a combine now, so let's see how he did. His combine actually wasn't crazy, but he has elite agility. God, it would be so nice to have this guy. His only bad traits are play rec and injury. The only thing that concerns me is, like, there weren't very many good edge rushers in this draft. I almost feel like we'd be better off trading up for the corner or trading for an edge rusher at this point. It does scare me a little bit because we do have our contract coming up for our quarterback, but I mean, who knows? Maybe we can hit on somebody here. All right, call me crazy. I know I was just happy that we're actually going to have a first-round pick, but we're going to trade away our first-round pick for this year and our 1st and 2nd for next year, and we're going to be adding Will Anderson to this team. We kind of re-signed Khalil Mack for no reason, but who fucking cares? We just got Will Anderson. You know what? Khalil Mack is actually still going to start for us because I forgot Karlaftis is now a D tackle. So in the draft, oh, and we also added another corner, so I'm glad I didn't trade up to draft the other guy. So maybe we go for a safety, although I don't hate Cook being a starter. I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to draft here if I'm being 100% honest. We're probably just going to hop in and see who's the best, oh my God, who's the best available player here in the second round. We also have a late round, or a late, dude, I can't talk. We also have a late second round pick. So we'll just try to find, where the best player is throughout the draft, because we just added a real good edge rusher to this team. See, we just added a corner, but I really like Bart Gooden. Although he's not like the fastest, he does have B-man, A-press, and B-zone. We may take him if we can't find something better. I don't know, there's some pretty nice looking receivers. Denario Alexander, 23 out of Bama. He's pretty fast. He's also decently strong. A to C spec catch, A catch in traffic, and B release, and B deep route. This is real tempting. He'd probably start over Sky Moore, although Sky Moore would probably be a high overall. I'd want this guy to develop more. The corner honestly looks better. I don't know what to take. Fuck it, let's go back to Alexa. Heads, we pick the receiver. Tails, we pick the corner. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay. Heads.
All right, we're taking the receiver. Hidden Dev, 91 speed, 90 excel, 6'4", 232. He's a stud. In the third round, we may go for Jeremiah White, 21 out of SMU. He had a pretty good combine, although his ratings don't really match how good he did at the combine. His pursuit and play rec are really low, so is his zone. He has high hit power. His man could potentially be good, probably not. This guy's almost like a rusher. Is this guy like a run stopper? No, he's a zone archetyped, and he has C-zone coverage. Yeah, we're not going to take him. We might go with Akeem Mason. He's a pretty good edge rusher, 6'3", 260, 22. He's elite speed. B to D block shed, B to D play rec, A to C pursuit, B to D finesse moves. So this guy's either really good or he's the fucking worst player to ever play football. But I don't hate this pick. Let's take him. Only normal dev. I don't know how elite speed is 86. I guess that's pretty high for an edge rusher. If I had to guess, that guy's like a 72 overall. But let's let the CPU take over from here, and we'll see how we did in the draft recap. Holy fuck, he was a 64 overall. But the receiver we drafted to 74, we'll probably start him over Sky Moore so he can get reps. CPU took a 71 overall middle linebacker, and he has hidden dev. And they also took a 70 overall corner, Felix Maggot. Okay, but I did not forget. We got to see what overall that corner was. My guess was an 85. Dude, I know this game too fucking well. He's obviously the best player in the class. There's also an 80 overall quarterback and an 80 overall left guard, 80 strong safety, and an 80 overall running back. You can't tell me I don't know this game, though. But after the draft, here's how the offense is looking. I like it a lot. The O-line looks great. We have a great tight end. We have a good receiving core, and hopefully Alexander will maybe even have a dev trait and start to develop for us. I'm scared for this contract that's coming up for Sherman, but defense also doesn't look terrible. Pretty much looks the same as it did last year. We just have a new backup middle linebacker. I mean, we may as well move Goldman down to DN, so maybe he'll get like rotated in and get some sacks or something. I don't think it'll matter in the long run. And of course, all the specialists are wrong because, why wouldn't they be? But I'm actually really excited for this year. We have an 87 overall team. I think we have a chance of going like 13-4 or something like that this season. We're kind of getting pretty far into the rebuild. This is like the 4th or 5th year at this point. So we're probably going to sim straight to the end of the year. And we're going to see how this team finishes off. I believe we'll be in the playoffs, and I think we'll hopefully make a push. So let's get there, and let's see how we do. And we finish the season 15-2. We get the number 1 seed, and we get the first round bye. We finish with the 2nd offense in points per game and the 3rd defense. And Eric Sherman had a crazy year, 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 picks with a 75% completion percentage. Pacheco fucking goes crazy again, 1,400 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, 5 per carry, 21 touchdowns. Rashee Rice with a crazy year. He'll probably get a dev trade upgrade for this. 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns. Van Dyke with 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. And Denario Alexander actually did pretty good, but he didn't get a single touchdown. All right, and Caleb Knowles does good, 3 years in a row, and then allows 14 sacks. Sick. Nick Bolton leads the team in tackles with 117. 20 TFLs out of Karlaftis, 16 out of Will Anderson, 15 out of Khalil Mack. 10 sacks out of Will Anderson. I would have liked to see more, but I mean, the rest of our team got a decent amount of sacks. 8 out of Karlaftis, 6 out of Khalil Mack. 2 picks out of Jeremy Chin, 1 out of Ellison, 1 out of Johnson, 1 out of Jenkins, 1 out of Smith, 1 out of McDuffie, and 1 out of Brian Cook. So we just had a lot of players with 1 pick, honestly, but not too many on the year. And Lamar wins MVP for probably the 10th time in this video. We actually got an MVP vote. Sherman comes in 10th place. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Lamar again. Isaiah Pacheco gets snubbed again. Rashee Rice comes in 4th. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. We don't have anybody in the running here. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Will Jordan for the Browns. Denario Alexander comes in 6th place. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Cam Henson, which was that crazy corner that ended up falling to the Browns. And I don't think we had any starting rookies on defense, if I'm correct. But this will probably be the last year of the rebuild. I think this would be a pretty good year to finish it out on. Holy fuck, 15-2 is crazy. But we're going to get to 13-4 Cincinnati Bengals, who had the best offense in the league and the second best defense in the league. But we're higher overall than them. We're 4 overalls higher. Now that I said that, we're going to lose. Let's send them to the championship. Thank fucking God we won. And we're actually going against the Texans here. Didn't it just say that the Bengals have the best offense in the league? I don't fucking know. I'm tweaking. We have a weekly award from the divisional. Isaiah Pacheco and Jeremy Chin both went crazy. I cannot believe Isaiah Pacheco's that good in this game. But we're going against the Texans, who gave us Will Anderson, so he gets a little revenge game here. Hopefully he balls out. They're an 84 overall as well. They only went 11-6. We realistically should win this game. Please, Madden. Please don't cuck me. Please. Oh my God, I just shit my pants whenever the screen wasn't there. But it looks like the Rams made the Super Bowl here with only an 83 overall. They had the 7th offensive points per game, but their defense was pretty bad. But let's look at everybody's dev trait here. Rashee Rice goes up to Superstar, as I predicted. It looks like Alexander only has Star. The rest of the dev traits remain the same. And on defense, Karlaftis goes up to Superstar, which I think is kind of long overdue. It looks like everybody else also stays the same. I feel like Nick Bolton could have maybe gone up to Superstar at some point. He obviously didn't, but I feel like he deserved it. But let's hop into the Super Bowl here. We finally make it. This actually wasn't that hard of a rebuild. I thought once I traded all those picks for the quarterback that we took to replace Mahomes, I thought we were fucked. Like, my heart dropped because I just, like, I don't know, I put all the draft picks in and didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, they probably won't accept this, then I'll just give up. And then they accepted it, and I shit my pants. But I'm playing a fucking drive. I don't care. It's kind of fun to, play a drive with a team, and I want to use Isaiah Pacheco if he's this fucking good. I didn't even know our quarterback had dreads, but we're going to hand it off to Pacheco here. We don't even have an Aaron Donald to worry about, so that's nice. Oh my God. Wow. It is not on all Madden. It is on all pro though. I just didn't want y'all to think I was playing on rookie or something, because that was fucking crazy. Yeah, so that's, the start everyone wants to a Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and sim the rest of this out. Looks like we get a stop. We drive down the field again and we score another touchdown. We score a third touchdown to go up 21-0. We're driving down the field again. We are now up 28-0. I think we all know how this game's gonna finish out. Still 28-0. It looks like the Rams. Oh, no, they're not. We're driving down the field again. It's now 35-0. Driving down the field again. It's 42-0. And the Rams finally get on the board after being down by 42 points. Greatest comeback of all time in the making. We drive down the field slowly. We get a field goal. It's 45-7. Holy fuck. What's the most amount of points a team has ever scored in the Super Bowl? The San Francisco 49ers have scored the most points by a team in a Super Bowl with 55 points in Super Bowl 24 against the Broncos in 1990. What did we score, 52? Oh, we were so close. But Eric Sherman had a great game, 145 passer rating, 25 for 31, 290 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Isaiah Pacheco, holy fuck. He averaged 9.2 yards per carry. I guess I kind of had something to do with that. 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rashee Rice with 107 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving. And our O-line did good. Juwan Taylor, the guy I've been bitching about. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah. He allows a sack. So does Caleb Knowles. The 2 guys I've been bitching about this video. And Khalil Mack got a sack, as did Karlaftis. Will Anderson was kind of disappointing for this team. I cannot lie. But hey, 52-7 in the fucking Super Bowl. I will take that. But this was the finishing team of the Chiefs rebuild. We traded away Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kielce, and Chris Jones. And we end up with a Super Bowl roster. Not only a Super Bowl roster, but a dominant Super Bowl roster. I think the team we finished with is the best this team has looked throughout. Or I guess that's kind of how it's supposed to go. I don't know why Juwan Taylor would go down in depth trait after a Super Bowl year. But, I'm not going to complain about it because the rebuild's over. I thought it was going to be a mistake trading for Sherman whenever I did, because I traded a lot to get him. But, hey, it worked out in the long run. And didn't the Chiefs trade like a lot to trade up to get Mahomes? It's kind of something a little similar, but Mahomes was picked at 10. Sherman, we picked like 3 overall, but that's not even important. But this was definitely a really fun rebuild. I'm actually really glad how it turned out. We finished the video with a blowout in the Super Bowl. Feel free to comment any video guys you have, because I think the last like 3 or 4 videos I've done were all comment suggestions, and the next video I'm going to record is also a comment suggestion. So comment any videos you guys would like to see. If you made it this far, you clearly enjoyed the video, so leave a like. That's going to be the end of this one. Deuces.